is a century-old American institution in decline. Fewer and fewer American girls are choosing to become Girl Scouts. Membership in the Girl Scouts of the USA, including adult volunteers who lead and work with them, has dropped by 400,000 in recent years, from 3.2 million to 2.8 million. Kelly Parisi, Chief Communications Executive of Girl Scouts of the USA, is here to tell us more. Good morning to you, Kelly.
Good morning, Vanita. Thank you so much for having me.
No, this is such a fascinating topic. So let's just start off with, why are the numbers down, do you think, in terms of membership?
Well, it is a trend that we see with all youth-serving organizations, including the Boy Scouts, who are also down 6%. And it's not like when a corporation doesn't meet their numbers. These are real girls that we're talking about who are missing out on an opportunity to learn essential life and leadership lessons. And we know the program works. Of our 59 million adult alumni, you can see them running major corporations, small businesses in this country, or the majority of women in elected office. And so we want to bring this experience to more girls, and we need volunteers to help us do that.
Well, you're having a problem with volunteers as well. What do you think is going on there? You're not attracting the volunteers you used to, and obviously I'm sure that's a problem, creates a problem in attracting Girl Scouts as well. So what's going on?
We have 30,000 girls currently on waiting lists across the country, and for every one volunteer who signs up, it takes 5 girls off that list. And what we're looking at is, how do we make the volunteer experience easier and seamless for adults? And so we're investing in technology and looking at how, from the minute an adult raises their hand, that they can actually go online, sign up, get real-time information, all digitally.
I want to talk to you about that science and technology, because this was a transition. In 2011, you guys said, yes, people think of camping skills and cooking skills, but we need to better prepare young women. And there was somewhat of a backlash, people saying that's not what this group is about. Why were people upset?
Well, I think one of the stories that we haven't told about Girl Scouts is how, for over 100 years, we've been providing girls cutting-edge skills that they need to be successful in the modern world. And certainly camping and cooking is part of that. But since our inception, we've actually had a focus on what we now call the STEM fields. In as early as 1913, we were teaching girls how to rewire things, and aviation. And so we know where the jobs of the future are and where girls' interests are. We are girl-led and girl-driven, and we go where girls are. And girls are interested in the fields of science and technology and engineering and math. And we know these are essential skills that they need to be successful in the future.
So how do you go out, given all the competition you're talking about now, and there is so much competition for kids' attention these days, how do you go out and get this message delivered to the girls themselves?
Well, right now we're running our first ever national campaign to attract more adult volunteers on Facebook, and we reached over 9 million potential volunteers. But girls want to do this, and we're enlisting our current volunteers. We have almost 1 million adult volunteers to tell their friends about how to join. And it's as simple as going to girlscouts.org and just entering your zip code to find out where you can find a troop in your community.
You've got a slogan in your campaign, "Are you man enough to be a girl?"
I love it.
A Girl Scout. And that's a real opportunity we see for growth with our volunteers.
Right.
Because currently, only 5% of men are volunteering, and we know there are so many fathers and men who care about girls and want to invest in girls. And so we think Girl Scouts is a great opportunity for them.
I also think it's very impressive. I was looking over this list. You mentioned elected officials: Laura Bush, Condoleezza Rice, Taylor Swift, Katie Couric, Venus Williams. I mean, a lot of people.
All Girl Scouts.
Including a lot of people in the studio.
Yes.
They were Girl Scouts.
Kelly Parisi, thanks so much for being with us
Thank
this
you
morning.
so
Good
much
luck.
for having me.